What's up, YouTube viewers and subscribers? Big shout outs to you all that's been liking, subscribing, supporting the movement. If you haven't liked and subscribed and you do enjoy my content, then please do click the subscribe button. So we're back with a bedtime story. No, I'm only joking. So we're back with another story anyway. It's quite important to me and close to me, and I'm sure it'll be quite close to a few others as well that's going to be watching this. And I have mentioned a few other times on other videos that my friend got killed, but I never went into too much detail to how he got killed and some reason to why he got killed as well. So this video is quite relative to it, and let's get into it. So I was only 14, he was 15 turning 16. He died on his dad's birthday, so it's a bit of a messed up way, to have a remembrance, and it's an awful thing to happen, but to have one of your kids die on your birthday, let alone losing one of your kids, is a very hard thing, let alone what day it is. But so it was a very tough situation for the whole family and so forth and everyone around. And at the time, from when I came back to the area, I spoke to a lot of people, and from what I got from every person was that he was with the older people, which was known as the Mandem, and the Mandem never had anything on them at the time when these other group of people came to the area. Now, these other group of people that came, they were a gang called SG, short for Shanks and Guns. Now, there was conflicting problems between the area that I was from and my friend was from, and the area that actually came and actually killed my friend. Now, it's a crazy story because the person that killed my friend, well, had some part to kill my friend, he was actually from our area. He was part of the Mandem before that happened, and like I said, there was conflicting problems. Then he obviously switched sides, and then we found out later on down the line it was him that done it as well. So it was a big shock as well. So it was just shockwaves all round. And the reason to why my friend died as well, like I said, is that the older people ran off and left him. So he was associated with the elders, the Mandem. If you hang about with them and so forth, then you're gonna get shot with the crows, like they say, fly with the crows, you get shot with the crows. So you know I can understand certain situations, but at the end of the day, they came looking for certain people and they couldn't find them. So they got whoever they could get, and he was the one that they could get. So unfortunately, he lost his life. Now, there's a lot of young ones that's losing their lives nowadays. I think from when I was younger to now, I think the crime rate of knife crime has gone right up. I think the killings are even gone right up. I think the age from people are dying are getting younger and younger as time goes along, which I said in a few of my other videos that I think the government should be doing something about it, but it's not the government, it's the people, us and ourselves that actually have to do something about it, because it's us, as people, human beings, that's picking up the knives. It's not the government. They can only do certain things from whatever it is that they do, not that they do anything at all about it. So and on top of it, like I said about the drill music, drill music has a lot of things to play in it as well, because drill music, like I said, it's promoting violence to inflict on other people, and people are getting paid from it. So like I said, I just think that's crazy, and I think there's no age limit on it, and I think there really should be an age limit on it, due to being young at a certain age and your mind's not fully developing. So I think that's a big one as well. And on top of it, when I was growing up, there was a lot of gangs. I'm gonna name a few, but I'm sure the younger generation, if you're watching, you might heard of them, but you might not know, because I'm sure they've renamed and so forth now. But there were so many gangs. There was WB, which standed for Woolwich Boys. Then you had Penge Boys, you had Black Math, you had SG, like I said, you had Turnham Boys, you had Bloodset, which was Gypsy Hill, and you know there was you had PYG, PDC at the time as well. So I'm going back way back. So it makes me feel old a little bit, but yeah, you know, I just think it's really senseless to why there's young ones taking knives. And I do understand, like I said, with the situation of how the cycle actually is working, is because you know you could be a young one not in any involvement of in a gang or any situation at all, but because there's so many young ones at your age dying, you would want to protect yourself. So I do understand that, but it's not the way to go about it. It's a cycle of you picking up a knife and then doing the exact same thing. And you know, with the gangs, like I said, it's not something that's ever gonna be stopped unless us as human beings stop it ourselves. But the government do have some part to play in it, because you know you are a product of your own environment and so forth. But because you're stuck in that environment or put in that environment, it doesn't mean that you know you can't remove yourself from that environment and you know become better and do better. So I do believe it's all about what you want to do and what you put your mind to. And I know I've said a few times that there's ways out of, you know, the situation that you're in. Now if you're in a gang, I do understand you can't just get up and leave, sort of thing. You know, there's more smarter ways that you're gonna have to go through to actually get out of it. Because I thought about it to myself. Now if you was to leave a gang in this day and age, you've got to think of what they're gonna do when you're walking past. Are they gonna still F with you, like the young ones say nowadays? You know, so, and on top of it, are they gonna turn against you and become your enemy? So you know, there's a lot of things to play behind that. So yeah, with the gang side, like I said, it's very close to home. I do understand how people become in gangs, because it's a group of friends from your area. And if you're from that area and you know those people and you grew up with them and so forth, I do see how people, young ones, do fall into it. But all I can say is as you grow up, you only then realize to who actually your friends are and the mistakes that you've made. Like I said, you know, I'm still learning. The amount of, excuse me, mistakes that I've made in my life is it's unreal. But I believe you live and you learn, or you don't. So it's either you learn from your mistakes, or you know you absolutely don't. Now with me, I try to learn from every mistake that I can possible to better myself, and you know, to be a better person as well. So yeah, I just think it is the day and age that we're living in is crazy, and I think it's only going to get worse as well. And I do appreciate you all that support me for, you know, the movement that I've been making, or on de-glorifying a lot of things, you know. So I'm going to leave it there because I've got to go, but I'll catch you on the next one. So stay safe and peace.